Alright, if you're like me and you use naked GoPros and Runcam thumbs or any naked camera that doesn't have a battery, you know that you need a way to power it. For the last 2 or 3 years, I've been soldering a power cable directly to the flight controller on the drones that I want to hold the naked GoPro. This works good up until you start adding more naked cameras into your fleet, and chances are they all aren't going to have the same power plug or even the same required input voltage. Here I have a handful of drones that I would generally use a naked GoPro on. These all have the same exact cable, and this cable right here works with my Naked Hero 6 and my Naked Hero 8. These both have the same exact plug on the back. But I can't use this cable with a Naked Hero 10 or my Runcam thumb. Both of these take a different plug, and this one takes a completely different voltage. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can avoid soldering another power cable to your flight controller and how you can make one of these 5 volt or 9 volt cables to safely power any naked style action camera. So these two cameras require 2 to 6S input voltage, so 7 to 26 volts, whereas this one requires only 5 volts. So I can't power this off the same cable as these cameras, even if it was the same plug. So let's go over the things that you're gonna need to make this. You're gonna need a power cable that plugs into the back of the action camera that you want to power. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna be making another one for my Naked Hero 8, and that uses this plug right here, some loose wire, one of these Diatone Mamba 5 volt 9 volt BEC boards. These are capable of 12 to 30 volts of input power, and then by bridging a pad on the other side, you're able to output either 5 volts or 9 volts. So make sure 5 volts or 9 volts will work for whatever you're powering. And you're gonna need a balance plug. So I have this case of balance leads, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do this using a 6S balance plug, and we're actually gonna trim away a part of this so that it works with 4S, 5S, or 6S. So this is everything you need. Before we get into building this cable, I kind of wanted to show you guys how a balance plug works. So here I have a 6S LiPo, here I have a 4S. This 6S is an LiHV, so each cell is charged to 4.35 volts, so it's a little bit more than a normal 6S, but you'll still get what's happening. So when I take my multimeter and I put it in the balance plugs, you're gonna see that the 6th cell, right here we have the negative wire, and then each of these represents one cell in the battery. So if I put the negative here and this down here, you're gonna see that the multimeter reads 25.8 volts. So that's reading all 6 cells. When I move this down one to that pin, now it's gonna read as a 5S. So now it's reading at 21.5 volts. If I move it down one more, you'll see now it's reading as a 4S LiPo. So now it's reading 17.2. Again, this is an LiHV, so normally a 4S LiPo would be at about 16.8 or something. So as you move down, you're outputting less and less voltage because it's reading one less cell each time you move down. When we look at this 4S LiPo, it's gonna do the same thing, but because it's a 4S, this top cell is gonna read as 16 volts. So that's the 4th cell. When we move down, it's gonna read as 3. Same thing, as you move down, you read one less cell. So since our little BEC board here requires 12 to 30 volts input, and I wanna be able to power my camera off of any 4 to 6S LiPo, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna remove a lot of these plugs, except for this 5th plug right here. This is the plug that's gonna actually read the 4th cell in each LiPo. So to start, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove all of these plugs except for each one on each end. All right, so once you have those plugs all removed, you can keep them, throw them in the trash. I don't really care, whatever, dude. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna plug it into a 6S LiPo. And we're basically just gonna test to make sure that this side is negative. Sometimes you can get, most of the time batteries will label the negative with a black wire, but then sometimes you do get batteries like this that have 4 black wires and then a red one, and the red one isn't even the negative. So I just like to double check it, and I like to mark this actual thing. So to check it, I'm gonna take my multimeter. If it's a positive number, that's gonna tell me that I have this positioned correctly and this side would be negative. If it's a negative number, that'll tell me that if I flip these, this would be positive and this would be negative. But I'm pretty sure that the way this LiPo is set up, yeah. So this is negative. So what I'm gonna do to mark that is Since this is negative, I'm going to take a marker and I'm just going to put a mark on this side. And that's just going to remind me that this won't move. But what we're going to do is, since I'm making this plug usable on a 4S or 6S or 5S LiPo, I'm actually going to take this plug out and I'm going to move it down 2 plugs. So it was in this one, so now I'm going to move it down 1, 2. So I'm going to move it down 2 plugs, and you're just going to push that in like that. So this plug still plugs into the 6S LiPo, no problem, but when you take it over to the 4S LiPo, since we have these little grooves on it, it's not going to plug in. So it would plug in if there was a groove there. So what you want to do is take your marker again, and where you have the pin, just kind of mark it, and that section right there is what we're going to be cutting off. So I just like to color it in just so I can kind of see what I'm doing better. So that entire black chunk right there, I'm going to cut off. So now with that removed, we can use this on a 4S, 5S, or 6S LiPo. So to test it, I'm going to plug this into the 6S, right like this, and we're just going to test these 2 prongs again. So this side's negative. Okay. 17.2 volts. And now we can take this, put it on our 4S LiPo, right like that, and we should get a similar voltage. Since that's an LIHV, it'll be slightly different, but it'll still be the 4S reading. Oh, so I have these switched. If you see a negative number on there, you have the polarity switched. So now 16.7. So this side is the positive. And if we look at our little marking that we made, this side's negative. Perfect. So now we need to get some wires hooked up to this thing. I think it's a lot easier to do this with this out of the balance lead, because then you're not going to potentially melt this. So I'd suggest removing these pins and we can solder directly to them and then plug it back into the balance lead. So I'm just going to stick them on here. I'm going to get our wire all set. I'm probably going to make this a little bit shorter. Take these wires, strip them. We're going to pre-tin them. And we'll put a little bit on our pin. You don't need a lot. So now we'll just secure it to the pin. Right like that. And we'll do the same for the red one. So now, since we marked this as the negative side, I'm going to take the negative wire, and this is going to plug right into this far-ended one right here. Probably get it started and then use these to just push it in a little further. And we'll do the same for this one. Make sure you're plugging it into the right one. You get 3 down here that you can choose from. Plugging it into the 4S pin, right like that. And now, just to protect those leads that I just soldered, I'm going to take some heat shrink, put it around the wire, let it go all the way down to the balance lead, and we'll just heat that around that. So there's a good chunk of our balance plug. Now it's on to the easier stuff. Next, I'm going to take this wire right here, and this is the one that plugs directly into the GoPro or whatever action camera you're going to be soldering to, and I'm just going to pre-tin these and get them ready to solder onto the BEC, and then we solder those 2 up to the BEC and you're pretty much good. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the other wires. Just secure this, pre-tin it, so at the bottom of the BEC board, it's kind of tough to see. It's kind of tough for me to even see it. There's 2 pads right here next to a 9 volt. All you're going to want to do is bridge those if you're doing this for a 9 volt power source. If you need a 5-volt power source, just keep this how it is. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of solder on there, bridge those 2 pads real quick, and then we'll continue. All right, so I got those 2 pads bridged. So now I'm gonna basically just get ready for our input power and our output power. So I'm gonna flip this over so that you can see what you're doing. Put some flux on there. Pre-tin these pads. This side right here is the input. And this is the output. Take our balance lead. This top one is voltage in. So we're gonna take our red wire and solder this to this. And now we'll take our negative wire, our ground, and solder it to the ground pad. And now we'll flip it around and we've got our output voltage. So this is the cable that's gonna go to the GoPro or whatever you're trying to power. And you can see we have voltage over on this side and ground right next to it. There you go. Now before I go plugging this right into a GoPro and a battery, I prefer to just double check the output voltage to make sure that it's a nice clean 9 volts that I got, or 5 volts if that's what you have yours programmed for. So I would again recommend getting a multimeter like this. You can get these pretty cheap on Amazon. So I'm going to plug a battery in. This is the 6S LiPo. I'll plug it in here. And as you can see, we got a nice clean 9-volt signal. So now I know that this is safe to plug into a GoPro. We'll put some heat shrink on it to protect it, and we'll plug it in and test it out. And we got a red light on there. We'll hit the power button. And it's on. So now, instead of having this wire on a bunch of different drones, you can just kind of move this around with whatever drone you're using your camera with, and you're good. I don't know why my GoPro 8 gets stuck on that screen sometimes. There we go. So now you have a nice reliable 9-volt source, with whatever LiPo you're using. So I can take this cable, and instead of using this 6S source, I can plug it into this 4S LiPo. And we have power. So this is going to be my new way of powering the GoPros. I basically have this cable for the Hero 8 and Hero 6, and then I have another cable that's for the Hero 10, and I can just move it from drone to drone. So now instead of having these cables on each individual drone, I can just remove this from a drone, put it on a new LiPo 4 to 6S, and I can get a reliable 9-volt out to either power my naked GoPro 8, 6, 10, my RunCam Thumb if I make this output 5 volts. This is pretty much, if you have a LiPo, you can power your naked GoPro. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave the video a like, and if you have any questions about making one of these, leave a comment down below.